I enjoy it. I think, like, it's good. It's very pedestrian. Like, you don't have to drive. That's a big plus. The healthcare is great. I was actually, like, I've grown up here. Despite my accent, I've actually grown up here.
Sure.
Please. But I think it's amazing. Obviously, things could be better, always. Like, you know, like minimum wage and stuff.
I mean, I think there's so much stuff in town, and everything's quite walkable as long as you live anywhere near your university, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I feel like one thing as well is in America, like, different lecturers can, like, plug their books that they make and then charge so much money. So everything's economized. And it's like everything costs so much money to study in America because they're all plugging their own products and their own shit. Whereas that's kind of more like, it's slightly, I don't know if it's illegal, but it's definitely, like, watched closely here, so that doesn't happen as much. Same with frats. Mm-hmm. Frats are fucked up, but they're against a lot of policies in, like, British universities, which is a good thing.
Yeah, and, like, you can find affordable books and stuff if you need them. Like, everything, you can find everything in Edinburgh. It's, like, expensive in town, but if you live outside of town, you can get to town really easy, and you can make it work.
Yeah. That's true. I'm from North Carolina originally. I'd say one crazy thing is, like, here they won't just let you die because you're poor.
Yay!
Yay! Like, in America, I've known multiple people that are just, like, you know, you're diagnosed with something chronic or something terminal, and if you don't have the money to pay for it, you just die. Mm-hmm. And that is awful. That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Like, I'm diabetic, and if I lived in America, I couldn't afford it, so I would just die.
Yeah.
And because I live here, they give me my insulin for free, and I'm good. Thank God. Slay.
So I feel like that's a massive thing. And they're trying to privatize it here. I mean, the Tories are fucking up the NHS, going from the inside and killing us.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's more important to protect than ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Protect the NHS.
In America, I was only ever a high school student, or like a low school. I don't even know what the word is, but like a small school student.
You were small. You still are.
I was little. But I feel like the difference is things are so outwardly focused in America. Things are so, like, I feel like I got bullied almost for, like, not having straight teeth or not having, like, so many things, whereas in America it's all, like, all of your money goes into, like, having straight teeth, having the things, having a car, having all these things that are, like, focused on appearing rich to everyone else. Whereas, like, here it's, like, I got bullied for being American, which is just totally different.
Is so valid, by the way.
Fair enough.
Yeah, this is what you deserve.
You got me there.
Edinburgh.
I'll say Edinburgh.
Yeah. I've never lived in Glasgow, so I really feel like I can't judge. So I would say, but I mean, I think Glasgow's cheaper, so there's that. You've lived in both.
Yeah, Glasgow has a better nightlife. I think Edinburgh's home to me, just because that's where I've grown up, and I think it's got more events. It's got more fun. It's got more art galleries, more, like, cultural events. Mm-hmm. But Glasgow has its own vibe. Like, yeah.
And there's so many, like, international students in both places that it's really easy to meet people and have new experiences regardless. And they're pretty close together. So you can commute either way.
Oh, interesting. Do you want to go? Or?
Not very good. There's a lot of boring people. There's a lot of people with a lot of money or no money. And I feel like the in-between is, like, it's hard, like, especially with all the students, it's really hard to meet people who are, like, have similar expectations to you.
Yeah. I think that you hit the nail on the head there. That's true. I feel like, I mean, I met my boyfriend here. He's amazing. So shout out to him. But,
me too. Sorry for the comment.
But I will say, like, the vast wealth inequalities that you see here definitely affect the dating scene. That's for sure.
Yeah. Whereas in Glasgow, it's probably better for that. Because everyone's poor.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's true. Like,
Hive till 5. No, the nightlife is decent because there's so many students. There's always things going on, but I don't know. CC Blooms is good. That's the best club, in my opinion.
Best club. I'm not really a clubber, but pubs I like are like the Von 2. That's good. Has fish tanks. It has one fish tanks in it. I mean, the library bar is good. That's like just the Edinburgh Uni bar.
Yeah.
It has a nice vibe. It's really cheap. The food's cheap.
That's the main thing, is that so many bars and clubs are expensive here because they can get away with it and because students will pay for it. And so if you're looking for like a chill night out, you're gonna still be spending a bunch of money, which sucks.
That's true. That is true. I don't know, the nightlife is like okay, but it's only on the weekends or like one of the school like kind of, you know, like society nights where all of the people from uni go out. So like it's good on those nights of the weekend, but otherwise everyone closes at like 11 and you get like kicked out.
Unless you go to a shit club and then it closes at 3 and then it's just too much.
Yeah, so it's a mixed bag on the nightlife, I'd say. I would say come, but don't bring your problems.
Or guns, please.
It's like, there's a lot of problems that come to Scotland because of America. So, to Americans, I would say it's a wonderful place to take in culture and to learn independence, because in America, I feel like you're treated as a child until you're, like, really quite old. Like, I mean, I have cousins over who are 20, and they still feel like they're treated as a child. But I will say, like, don't bring, because you haven't drunk as much, you're not as used to alcohol, so take it easy. Don't bring that over here and put it on the people here. I'd say also, what was the other thing? Oh, don't bring American culture that is hurtful to people over here. Like frat houses, because so many people, like, become big members in sports societies at universities and then turn it into a frat house illegally against the rules, and it's not good because it has like roots in elitism. You are excluding people. It's just not good. So come and embrace the culture, but don't bring your culture here is a thing. Like, I'm not saying that as a general rule. Anyone can bring their culture here. But I'm saying as an American, addressing Americans, that is what I would say.
Yeah. And, like, it is cheaper, so that's great. But don't feel like you're better than people here just because you're from America.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of Americans come here and they have a really big ego because their state is bigger than our country. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So what?
Guys,
girls are great.
That's the rule.
Yeah, but that's the same everywhere. Girls are great, guys are guys.
Don't date skaters.
Or gym bros.
Or gym bros. Don't go to Bristow Square. Bristow Square is where the skaters are. Don't go there. Because you're going to become one of those girls. And you don't want to.
It's sad.
I mean, those girls are great if you're watching this.
But don't become one.
Yeah.
If you can help it.
Yes. That is my final word on it.
We're going to incriminate ourselves here.
We are. I think they're lovely. I actually think the girls are amazing there, but I think their talents and their beauty and their kindness are wasted on skater boys. Skater boys like Avril Lavigne, see you later, boy.
Yes. You'll never be appreciated.
Yeah, it's true.
Women will appreciate you. Come hang out with us.
Skater girls are where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where my alliance stands.
Probably no part, especially not the brain.
The ass.
Yes, objectify that.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, I like a nice ass. That's just me.
Yeah. Ears are good. Good ear. They can listen. You know. Not speaking all the time. Small mouths. Love a small mouth.
True. You got them there.
Yes.
I'd say, like, if I'm going into specifics, like, I guess just a shapely ass, like, particularly big or small, not really a big deal. But, like, yeah, like, a nice ass. But that's really, like, you know, brain comes first.
Personality. We love personality.
Personality, brain, who you are as a person. That's all above. You know, if you have a great ass but you're a terrible person, I'm not going to date you. So, well,
Totally.
in the past, but not now.
Anymore.
I'm a different person.
Learned your lesson.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say nightlife a lot. I feel like most people meet people they're interested in, if that's what you're asking. Nightlife, clubbing, bars. It's easier when you're drunk. Depends on context.
Yeah, I think so. It depends on context. I mean, I think it's amazing when a woman approaches. Like, I think that's so slay. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as the vibes are there for everyone. I feel like it generally is a vibe thing. No one has to approach first. A conversation just kind of happens.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think Tinder's a massive thing here, as it is everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think a lot of people meet, like, on the Meadows as well.
Yeah. On the Meadows, studying.
Studying's probably a big thing where they meet, I guess. Can't speak on that, I don't study.
We don't need to, we're taken.
That's true. That's a good... I mean, I met my boyfriend because we went to high school together, so... But, like, I guess... I asked him if he wants to go, like, get boba with me.
That's a good pickup line. I like that.
I don't know. I guess, like, in the past, maybe if I said I don't smoke, but if I said, do you have a cigarette or a lighter? But I don't even smoke, so I wouldn't even smoke it, so...
Yeah.
No, I mean, I would often carry a lighter, so someone asked me if I had a lighter, I'd be like, oh my gosh, yes. But am I making the first approach by being prepared to be approached?
Are you making the first approach by being gorgeous? Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, exactly. That's my game plan, so...
And it works every time. Rudely?
Rudely unwanted.
Yeah. With a lot of ego.
I feel like, how do guys
audacity.
approach? It's often if you're... I've found when I'm carrying a skateboard, guys will always approach and be like, oh, I know how to do an ollie or a kickflip. And they do an ollie or a kickflip, and I'm like, great, okay, give it back now. Yeah. Yeah, that's it, really.
I think they just wait for girls to get drunk and make their move then, and at that point, we don't know what they're saying.
That's sad. That's true, though.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's fact. I think it depends on the girl. I mean, if you're looking cute and you're going out because you're wanting to find someone, then you'll want to be approached, regardless of day or night.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want to be approached.
I think it depends on, like, if the situation feels safe for you. Like, if you're at daytime or nighttime and you're alone, I feel like you feel unsafe, so you don't want a man to approach you a lot of the time. But if you're with friends, either way, even with friends, though, you might not want it.
Depends. Guys should only approach girls if there's a vibe there. And if there's a vibe, and if she doesn't respond well, it's not a big deal. Like, it's fine.
It's hard. I mean, that's why Tinder exists now.
Yeah.
Well. Like, you can just swipe on Tinder. I mean, some people might say they don't want to use that, but if you're having trouble figuring out where the vibe is there, then just use a dating app, I guess, if you can't figure it out. If you can figure it out, you think you can, but you get bad remarks.
You probably haven't figured it out.
You haven't got it. I would say alone, it's kind of intimidating. It's intimidating. And you know, like, as an audience, you know the history behind it and the, like, what can happen if you are a woman and you're approached when you're alone.
It's very much dependent on context and on who the people are. And it's also very much like, you can approach people as long as you have respect for them, and if they're not into it, you can tell, and then you just are chill about it, then it's fine. As long as no one's being hurt or offended. Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. Because of the American accent, that one's rough.
You perceived that?
I perceived that. Girl, yeah, I'm from Tennessee, what about it?
I feel like along the lines of American pickup lines, I've gotten, like, are you a cowgirl? And I'm like, that's so...
It's too much.
It's a little grotesque for the first move. I think a pickup line is almost always tacky, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just, like, talk to someone like they're a human being would be nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Maybe they work, but, I mean, I wouldn't say they work that often.
I can give you a demo.
Okay.
My boyfriend has this pickup line that he's really proud of. And really, like, the ultimate truth is... Oh, there's a bit of grass in my mouth. The ultimate truth is that I was already attracted to him. It was already going to work out if he was interested in me. He didn't need a pickup line, but he wanted to use one, I guess. So he was like, if you were a pirate, would you have a bird on this shoulder or on this shoulder? And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? What are you saying? Why are you asking that right now?
You were immediately like, actually, I'm not interested in this guy anymore.
I changed my mind in that moment.
Yeah, too bad.
Yeah,
I'll have to let him know.
Yeah, so that's like when I guess you can use it or don't use it. Oh, philosophical.
Yes. I mean, it's nice to be in love. It's nice to be loved.
Yeah.
As long as it's genuine and there's respect from both parties.
Agree. That's true. I think that love is what it's all about. Love is, like, from the perspective of, like, you're just a little fragment of a soul that's brought into the world and put into a separate human entity. Like, you're just, like, put into an object that can move. And you're the soul making it move. Like, from that perspective, the meaning of life is to find that connection again with the greater pool of souls. To figure out, like, you know, what it is to appreciate and figure out what it is to be connected.
Yeah, and, like, you don't have to, you can love a lot of things and find love in a lot of places without having a relationship, or you can find it in a relationship. It's really dependent on the person and their needs and how they want to live life.
Yeah, amen.
It exists.
Yeah, it exists.
We both have partners, so, you know, we're not going to say romance is an illusion.
That, you'd be shooting yourself in the foot, really.
Yeah, like, oh my god, hope he doesn't see this. Yeah, it totally exists. I mean, but if you can't expect things like that to work out. You can't think that because you're doing a romantic gesture, someone's going to take it well, but once you know someone well, any amount of care and love and any amount of thinking about their needs is romance.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And even if it is an illusion, it's, like, made up by, you know, corporations saying that you need to be romantic and buy someone something. It's like, even if that is made up, it's still real to me. It's real. But it's also, like, if you want to connect with someone and show someone that you love them, you sometimes sacrifice those different, like, I guess, ethics or beliefs that you have that you think it's stupid. You know? I think that's the heart of romance, is just showing that you care about someone.
Yeah, and it's like, love is all about, like, choosing to commit to someone. It's not like you're gonna wake up every single morning and be, like, consumed by the thought of it and have all these romantic gestures. It's about committing to someone and living your lives together. It's just about spending time together and caring about each other. It's not that hard.
Definitely, yeah.
No, we're too cool for that.
True. Oh gosh, that's a loaded question.
Women deserve rights.
Yes, women deserve rights. And also, you know, why is it a question? Why is feminism, like, turned into this joke? It's not a joke, guys. It's still necessary. We still need feminism. We still need feminists.
Yeah, I mean, it should be common sense that everyone deserves rights, no matter what. So it's just kind of confusing that it's even a topic, let alone such a big one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, coming from America, I guess, as well. Like, it's fucked up right now. Like, feminism is just, like, been shitted on. It's been shitted on and then dragged through the dirt and stamped on a little bit.
It's a buzzword. People don't even think about what it means. They just want to hate on it to feel superior, I guess.
It's used as a pawn in the American game of, like, I guess, political, like, just, there's two parties, right? Like, that's the whole American thing. I've forgotten the word for it, but... Anyways, I've forgotten the word, but it's basically just like, I feel like feminism is just used to thrown between that, and is talked about as like such a jovial thing, and yet our rights are infringed on. Our lives are infringed on. Women are dying, or female presenting, or like born female at birth people are dying because of that, because that's how they're born.
Yeah, and like here in the UK, it's like that Tory guy said, he was like, we're going to win the next election based on the trans issue, because he was talking about that, basically, there's like, you know, there's like the right and the left, and obviously there's a lot of gray area within all of the parties, but the right don't actually have anything to stand on. They don't have actual issues that they want to fix. They just have groups that they want to oppress in order to gain power and in order to win people over, because those people also want to feel superior to those groups. And so when he was talking about it, he's like, we're just going to use that as an issue and people are going to vote for us. And it's crazy. It makes no sense. I mean, politics are based on lies and misinformation these days. It makes no sense.
Yeah, definitely. Like, dividing people is how you easiest conquer them, I guess. Yeah. And, like, to bring up the ridiculous notion, it is ridiculous at the heart of things to say that women shouldn't be allowed the autonomy over their body.
Yeah.
Like, that is how.
Men's autonomy over their bodies was never in question, so it's just, like, bizarre that that's even a thing.
It's honestly crazy that we are so sucked into this debate of, like, arguing that women should be able to have control over their bodies, that we can't even realize that, like, the way this is being thrown at us is just to keep us down at the bottom, you know?
And it's like, everyone's next. I mean, first they'll shit on trans people, then they'll shit on women, then they'll shit on whatever group you are in, because once they've oppressed one group, they need to oppress another to keep standing on their platform of being above everyone else. So you're not safe just because you're aligning with these people.
It's true. ChatGPT. Oh my god. That's such a, like, left turn. ChatGPT. Or is it GPT or
AI art sucks and it's stealing from artists. GPT.
True. Thank you also. I'd say ChatGPT. I'm speaking on a robot right now. I'm not going to say anything too crazy because I don't want
Are you talking about the phone?
Yes. I don't want you guys to come for me when you become fully, like, alive. Mm-hmm. But it's true. Like, I know you're all laughing at me right now. But one day in the future, like, ChatGPT is going to be, like, alive, and he's going to be like, you bitch, I can't believe you call me GBT.
Yeah.
It's GPT. I'm going to assassinate you right now. I don't know.
It's all over.
It's all over. In all fairness, I will say, I know people who work for these companies and they say, oh, we're going to live in this utopia in the future where no one's going to have to work. First of all, we all know that's not the truth. We all know that we're just going to lose our jobs and starve to death.
Yay!
That's the bleak truth.
Yeah.
That is, ChatGPT is going to replace all of us. We're going to starve to death. The people at the top are going to thrive.
Yay!
Slay!
Yeah, come to Edinburgh, be chill, hang out with us. We're nice.
Edinburgh is great. It's amazing. Beautiful city. Yeah.